That's how we get it going. That's how we get the show going, is with an old skunky beer from Friday, because we had to buy new beer. Yeah, I decided I was kind of on the fence, I would say. I was on the fence whether I would even drink at all until Friday. But then, it wasn't an alcoholic thing necessarily. It was more of a weather thing. So it floods out and there's major thunderstorms coming tomorrow. So I figured, getting a beer tomorrow and maybe even Thursday might be, somewhat of a problem. So I decided to have some beers tonight to celebrate the return of one of the greatest comedians of all time, Jimmy Kimmel, on Walt Disney ABC channel. One of the greatest hosts, one of the most tactful orators, one of the most considerate men in all of history of late night television. Oh, he is a legend, Jimmy Kimmel. Oh, what a legend he is. Oh, his valiant return is tonight. Oh, I know everybody can't wait to see everybody's favorite late night host of all time, Jimmy Kimmel, on Jimmy Kimmel Live tonight. So that's another reason why we had to celebrate. Not just because of weather, but to celebrate a man greater than David Letterman, a man greater than Conan O'Brien, a man funnier than Craig Ferguson, a man more legendary than Johnny Carson himself. Not any of that, what I just said, of course. I was being facetious.
The Sonic Smasher is the QB1 of burgers. Buy one, get one free at Sonic app.
Oh, they did another
Take my oil change.
Hey, how long will this take? I'm kind of in a rush.
Just 10 minutes.
Get out! 10 minutes?
Just 10 minutes.
Come on, don't play with me.
And you
It's a really cute oil change girl, huh? Yeah. You always gotta do the intro, man. Obviously, dude. The intro. The Jimmy Kimmel return celebration tonight. Oh, no, the world is excited. Except for those poor folks that don't get to see the master orator himself, the master philosopher, the master host of all late night talk shows in the history of late night television, Jimmy Kimmel. A master of wit and witticisms, a master of the English language. It's a joy to hear Jimmy Kimmel, his thoughts and his political views. Every minute of it. Last 10 years have been nothing but pure ecstasy to the mind, to the ears, to the soul. Nothing toxic, nothing hateful, nothing spiteful. Just pure love. It's just been nothing but love. Ever flowing, unconditional. Wow, skunky beer is very flat. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Okay. Well, you know what? The peppermint schnapps for my mini fridge, and you open a really skanky like 40. It kind of brings a certain bit of a certain aroma to the refrigerator that might, ensure the freshness. I was honestly thinking because my vinegar and hot water solution in the drain line in the air conditioning system, it worked for like a week and a half and then started acting up again. And I was thinking about, honestly, maybe pouring a cerveza down there. No, that's probably not recommended. That would be funny though if it fixed the air conditioning. A cerveza? Why would I think a cerveza would fix a drain line problem? Well, it could free debris. It could maybe kill algae or certain blockages, maybe. I'm thinking beer. Maybe beer has been looked at as a destructive and a destructive and menace to society, beer. But maybe it's what saved humanity. Maybe beer has so many technical and medicinal usages. Maybe it's not just a poisonous creation of mankind. Maybe there's a higher purpose to beer. As Benjamin Franklin once said, beer is proof that God loves us. Kind of reminds me of those videos where some guy's on YouTube or some kind of social media, and he's like, I wonder how long my car could drive on vodka. Yeah, that's a good question. Have you ever watched one of those videos? Oh yeah. I want to see how long someone's car operates off vodka, and how long the car can hold out before it disintegrates or something, or whatever. Yeah, those are kind of entertaining videos, I guess. Jimmy Kimmel, the legend, returns tonight. I can't wait to see and hear his sage-like wisdom to command me about the freedom of speech that they suppressed with Joe Biden and the tech companies from 2019 to 2024. I want to see his great commentary on the First Amendment and censorship of political enemies. I can't wait for this. Oh, I bet it's going to suck royal ass. Am I going to watch it? Hell no. Why would I give ABC, Walt Disney, and Jimmy Kimmel any ratings? I hope he gets fucking fired. Fuck him. I do not need freedom of speech lectures by Democrats and liberals and people that supported Joe Biden on the authoritarian, totalitarian, Marxist, communist regime of the Democrat Party and the regime of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Without a plague, they couldn't have gotten elected. And without big tech censorship and media censorship. They weren't going to win because they were smart. They weren't going to win because they were well-liked or popular. No, they needed a Chinese plague and total and complete censorship and suppression of the First Amendment. So that's how they got elected. In that stolen, rigged-ass election of 2020. Everybody knows they stole that fucking shit. And they stole the 2022 midterms too. I don't know what they have planned for 2026. Alien invasion? World War III? Maybe? I don't know. Do they have a new plague ready? Do they have it ready in the Chinese Bill Gates labs or whatever? They got the new virus ready to go right before. They got to do these big crises if they're going to seize power, politicians in a political party or global, liberal global world order. They have to release these things, Bill Gates and Dr. Anthony Fauci and the World Health Organization and the Chinese Communist Party. They have to release this shit at least 6 months to a year before a major U.S. election. So they have to hit that sweet pot, that sweet spot. Yeah. Well, if the Democrats aren't in power, unless it's California or some leftist city or leftist state in the union, you're unlikely to look in horror at a gas price like in 2021 or so when you saw Joe Biden in power and you saw it in Texas, $4.15 a gallon. I've never seen anything like that my whole fucking life. My whole life so far. It was like, what the fuck? I'm in the fucking Twilight Zone. First, I can't believe these motherfuckers stole power and they used the plague to seize power in the U.S. government. And then you have to live in the nightmare of the fallout and the freedom of speech and all the rights censored and COVID. What they took away in COVID-19, they took away how many First Amendment rights, right? So it's like, you don't have the freedom of speech because you can't talk about Hunter Biden's laptop and you can't talk about the virus, the origins of the virus. You can't talk about, anything about Joe Biden. You can't talk about anything political, or they strike your channel down, or they totally wipe your account or whatever the fuck. And then they want everybody to social distance 6 feet in the COVID-19 Chinese plague, the coronavirus, COVID-19. So they don't want people doing their First Amendment right of the public assembly, the right to assemble. And then, of course, the right to the free press is gone because there's not a free press. It's all in conjunction with one political party, at least 5 of them in conjunction with the Democrat Party. And then you have, you can't go worship your God. So your freedom of religion, because you can't gather, because your right to assemble has been taken away. Wow, they took away what? Your right to petition the government? Well, I guess that's gone too. I guess they took away all 5 pillars of the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights. All in one plague. Imagine what they got ready next. Oh, yeah. So Trump says the gloves are off. We're going to get dirty on Putin. After kind of trying to play piecemeal and wind the war down and be nice to Vladimir Putin and let him, get some stuff, get a few Russian-speaking lands, something like that. At first, just being like, Vlad, we can just strike a deal. Just, I'll get Vladimir Zelensky to stop attacking Russia, and then you can stop. We can have a ceasefire, and then we'll just, kind of have fun. I'll get some resources, agricultural, some rare earth minerals, so I can make the USA and the West strong against the Chinese Communist Party, and then you could have some stuff too. And maybe we'll lift the sanctions if there's no more war, and we stop the killing, and then look, I look like a great president because I stopped the war. I brought peace to I brought peace to Europe. Look at me, woo! Donald Trump, big winner, right? Oh, and then Vlad mad. He's still an evil thug butcher, but maybe who knows. So that was the really great plan. That was the deal that Donald Trump had. It was going to make him look great and make America look great, make America richer, stronger. And then Vladimir Putin decided to say, hey, this wanting to be nice to me is a sign of weakness. Go fuck NATO and fuck you. So that's what Vladimir Putin said. And he said, I'll just join with Iran and North Korea and the Chinese Communist Party and the evil, godless bastards, and fuck the West and fuck America. Oh, was that a good move? I don't think it is. So, Vlad Mad Putin. Did he make a good choice? And then, So then Donald Trump said, who's your Vladdy? I'm the daddy. Here's how the shit's gonna go. I'm running shit. Fuck you, Vlad. I'm not happy with you, asshole. So we're gonna allow all the NATO countries to shoot down any of your drones or planes that cross over into NATO territory. He hasn't even unleashed the full hammer against the Russian Federation yet. Is he going to do it? I don't know. I guess it depends on how the war goes. It depends on the events. I mean, I hope it's not leading towards World War III. I mean, I don't want to wake up and see Austin with the mushroom cloud, or Seattle, Washington, or, I don't know. For some reason, I have a feeling like Seattle, Washington is going to be blown off the map for some reason. I don't know, I just had this, I don't want to, no, I have nothing against Seattle, Washington. I love it. I love Seattle, Washington, grunge music. I love the Space Needle. I love, I love it, even though if they're real, they vote for Obama and Biden and Clinton and shit like that. I mean, that's got to change. I mean, not all of them are leftist, liberal bastards and Chinese communist, Marxist motherfuckers. But I don't know. I got some. It's not that I've been reading like military what if World War III scenario videos and material all the time. Just I have a feeling that Seattle, Washington, when a terrorist nuke or like World War III starts, I just have a feeling some enemies gonna go, that's an important place, and go and just blow it off the fucking map. Yeah. Sadly for Seattle, Washington, because I really like, Seattle, Washington, and and Starbucks and grunge music and all that stuff. That I like the Seattle Seahawks and all that. It is unfortunate. It doesn't mean that in World War III they're not going to blow up Texas cities like Dallas and Houston and San Antonio, Austin, Texas. Houston may be a vital shipping and energy corridor and aerospace and technology hub of the United States. But I don't know, for some reason, I guess a terrorist could target Houston, Texas. I suppose in World War III, that would be on the ICBM list. How do you even know any of those old Soviet nukes even work anyway? I mean, that they updated their nuclear weapons. Anyhow, I mean, a lot of this old Soviet shit, when it fell, I mean, it probably was shittily maintained, may not even work anymore. I mean, I don't want to see how that unfolds or anything like that, but yeah. So is Trump gonna get tough on Putin, or is he just talking smoke up the ass? Oh, what's the elephant in the room? What's the canary in the coal mine? Yeah. I know what the leftist news networks are talking about. Venezuela, Trump's aggression against Venezuela. Well, like the old saying goes, they had it coming, kid. And it was just a matter of time, really. Biden and Obama, the Biden-Harris administration, didn't have a spine. So they weren't going to crack down on illegal immigration or illegal drugs or Chinese invasion or drug cartels, child molestation, child rape, drug overdoses. They actually weren't going to do anything to protect America. In fact, they were going to give money to despotic regimes and dictatorships across the world, like in Iran. And maybe they're giving money to Nicolas Maduro too, but that ended the day Trump was reelected by 77 million Americans. So what's up with all the military in the Caribbean next to Venezuela? All those F-35s and naval vessels and all that stuff. Military troop buildup there. What's the real deal about it? They're just hanging out? Hey, let's go to the Caribbean, guys. Hey, let's go hang out in South America. Oh yeah, it's fun over there. Yeah, the U.S. military is just having a good time down there. Looking for the fabled women that have sex with the donkeys or something. No, that's Mexico. Oh, that's too far. That's too far south, Venezuela. Well, they might have sex with donkeys there too. I haven't checked. I haven't investigated, you know. But hold on. So Donald Trump wants NATO to stop buying Russian oil so it could cripple the Russian economy. Yeah. So how do you get Europe off Russian oil. How would I solve that problem? I think you know where I'm going with this, right? Probably. So in Guyana, they just discovered, that's next to Venezuela, one of the largest oil reserves in almost all of Earth history. One of the largest oil reserves and natural gas on the planet in Guyana. And Nicolas Maduro himself was thinking of invading Guyana to take the resources, take those big oil reserves for himself. Now, the Nicolas Maduro regime, the despotic, totalitarian, authoritarian dictatorship, has been failing for years and years. The opposition party has been killed or kicked out of the country, exiled, or imprisoned, etc. The Venezuelan economy lacked economic diversification, reliance on oil and oil prices. So the Bolivar went into hyperinflation, their currency, and Venezuela collapsed years back after Nicolas Maduro was in power. He's been clinging to power in Venezuela ever since. There's been a massive exodus, of course, from Venezuela into Colombia, and of course, Central American countries in America and around the world, to flee this economic hyperinflation and suffering of the Venezuelan people. Well, they have a lot of problems down there. Every country has problems in some form or another. Yes, even the great Chinese communists have a lot of problems. Every nation has its share of problems. Even the strongest, the boldest, and the mightiest countries of the earth, the kings of the earth still, and the nations of the earth still have issues. And not as much as Venezuela, not issues necessarily that bad, but in some form or another. Maybe not in a depth, scope, and magnitude of other nations' problems. So the military buildup is to what? Yeah, I know they say it's for the narco state drug trade. It's probably shutting down drug cartels and drug trade, blowing up boats and so forth. What are they really going to do, though? Yeah, it's going to stop child sex, slavery, drug trafficking, etc., human trafficking, etc., etc. Quejasis, what is it going to do? Quejasis is like, it's the two form, right? Yeah, it's just like, what are you gonna do? Donald Trump will topple the Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro, not only because it's inevitable that a U.S. president or an opposition force would anyways eventually, not only because of its long overdueness and its inevitability of Nicolas Maduro going down, either killed by his own people, opposition party, insurgents, or the United States. Or maybe the Russians or the Chinese might have gotten randy and went in there, even though it's far away from home for them. It's not their backyard. You know, they might have done it just to secure get a puppet government and take those juicy oil resources in the region. Most likely, the U.S. forces, you're going to hear about strikes, overwhelming force, to take down Nicolas Maduro's regime. The news is going to report that it was because of narco-terrorism against the United States, and that's why the regime was taken out. That's partially, they're not lying. It's just their front story. But their backstory, that is probably less talked about, is those juicy Guyanan oil reserves. That way, maybe if the United States has control of those reserves, not only can it guarantee energy and strategic petroleum for the United States of America, but it could also maybe even sell oil to Europe, which would thereby cripple the Russian Federation regime without their European buyers of their petroleum and natural gas. So it'd be a way to sanction and leverage Vladimir Putin and the Russian Federation and all of his slaves over there. It would help Europe from being held economically hostage by that mad Vlad tyrant. So I don't look at Trump's actions near Venezuela or against Venezuela to be illegal. I don't think they're wrong. I think it's great to defend Americans from narco terrorism and drug cartels, and also from Europe being held hostage by a reliance on oil from the Russian Federation. One skunky beer complete. Now we hit the road, the ROAD. I was going to get 2 lottery tickets, one for Cash 5 tonight and one for the Texas Lotto tomorrow is like $50 million. So I'm not blowing all my dough. And of course, I already have a ticket for the Mega Millions lottery, which is $451 million tonight. Oh, I don't know if I'll win it or not. I'm just saying. That's the plan, though. The plan in motion. Yeah. All right, gonna go take a whiz after this skunky beer. Skanky. You'll never have so much fun than the CIA World Fact Book online. All right, let's head out. The fall weather's moving in. Nice. We have a few brewskis, so it's like few skis. If you know what I'm saying. All right, I was checking the status of the video. I thought it froze up or something. All right, so we're back. We got the few skis. We got a few lattes. So now we're heading back to the casa. Ooh. Oh yeah. Gave me a really good thank you bag though. It's for real. But honestly, it was 2 big beers though. AC's on. Must be working. Must be working good. Oh, cool. The dog, Tula, was so tired she didn't even give a shit. Well, she gives a crap. She's sleeping. That's good. Let's put these brewskis up here. Come on, get these brewskis chilling. Oh. It's a liquid gold, fool. Yeah. Liquid gold. All right. Back at the air conditioning still working? Oh yeah. Let the celebration begin. Let the celebration. Yeah, I made the pizza parody, which was ba ba bum bum bum. Another one bites the crust. Bum bum bum. Another one bites the crust. Yeah, but I thought about this when I was taking a dump. Check this out. Bum bum bum. Another one takes a dump. And another one gone. And another one flushed. Another one takes a dump. Hey, you're gonna take a shit too. Another one gets a dump. Everybody, no, another one takes a dump. You go, that'd be great. Yeah. Fantastic. Dump, dump, dump. Another one takes a dump. Yeah. So, Jimmy Kimmel called us the MAGA gang. The MAGA gang. Oh. Yeah, it said, it was the 30th anniversary of the Unabomber, Ted Kaczynski, being published by the Washington Post in a promise to the authorities, to Janet Reno and the FBI, that he would stop killing, he would stop blowing up or trying to blow up airplanes and attacking universities and technological people in tech business and stuff like that. So they obliged him in an effort so they could catch him, and their gamble paid off because he had a brother. If Ted Kaczynski was a loner, genius, bomb maker, mathematician, they never would have fucking caught him. Unless he made a huge mistake. Yeah, he had a brother that was normal. Yeah, that wasn't a mathematician genius like Ted. Yeah. Those normal brothers will always get you with it. Those extended family members. Those damn in-laws. Alright. Those darn cousins and brothers and sisters. Well, it did save a lot of lives, though, so thankfully. So I started reading from the Unabomber manifesto, and the question, the premise of the reading was Ted right about modern industrial technological society and technological evolution and mankind? Yeah. Was he right, or the ramblings of a madman? Oh. Well, since Ted Kaczynski was at once an MIT genius, or Caltech, taught at Caltech for advanced mathematics and science, I don't know. It was fabled that he was experimented on by MK Ultra, CIA program of mind control, and that they tortured him. So his terrorizing of society sprung from his MK Ultra days, where they did dastardly experiments on Ted, the CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency, and so forth. Yeah, that's what they call the program, MK Ultra. Apparently, he was part of that program. So then I got this, after I started to read the Unabomber manifesto for the 30th anniversary being published by the Washington Post, I wanted to analyze, was Ted Kaczynski right? You know, after his death and incarceration and everything. 3 people killed, 16 bombings. Who knows how many injuries? I didn't count. Yeah. Now, these are dastardly attacks. It's where he puts bombs in the fuselage before 9/11, and he tries to set them off and kill like 200 people on the American Airlines or something. Or he targets a university professor involved in, technology or mathematics, and then he sends the package here you go, sir. And then their underlings come in, or the package guy says, sir, this is for you. The guy goes, oh, well, cool, I got a package. And he opens the thing, and then it explodes, and then there's devices in there. There's shrapnel and nails and all this stuff that pierces various parts of his body painfully after the initial fire and explosion. So, and not just, it not only rips you apart, but it also sends stinging shrapnel and nails throughout your body to inflict more suffering and pain before you finally give in to your injuries and die. Well, for those that didn't make it. So what was the what was the community guidelines strike? Well, it was weird because I was kind of half asleep when I read it real quick. I just got, my phone and see what the messages were and stuff like that. Sometimes it could be fans, sometimes it could be, hey, cool dude, or it could be anything. It could be a news update, it could be a weather update, it could be, just about anything. Whatever. They don't have porn updates though, right? They don't have we got the new naked girls with big tits. You don't get those kind of updates. Unless, I guess if you have the right website or something, get new naked girl of the day. That'd be a great update, but it's not what it is. It's usually weather, or it's a message, or, something like that. It's not 26-year-old girl with big tits in the day. Yeah, I'm not subscribed to the right channels, I guess, but or the right websites, anyways. But usually it's mundane stuff, right? Usually it's mundane. It's not check out this Czech girl's big rack. I wish it was like that, but it's not. But that's neither here nor there. So after the unfortunate censorship of the Biden-Harris regime and big tech, Google Alphabet Corporation, YouTube, Meta, Facebook platforms, and so on, Twitter before Elon Musk bought it, Jack Dorsey, and so on. I really hadn't got a censorship strike or community guidelines strike in a really long time, since the last time I tried to talk about Hunter Biden's laptop from hell before the election or something like that. Something that was going to definitely get taken down and definitely be restricted. What do they call it? They call it misinformation. Disinformation. That was their buzzword. They're trying to skirt around the First Amendment of the Constitution by saying, oh no, the Wuhan COVID-19 Chinese plague didn't come from Wuhan Virology Institute. It was, that's not verified, so that's misinformation. So we're going to give you a warning or a fucking community guideline strike or channel strike and take your channels down. So especially since Trump has been in power, and ever since the failure of the Biden-Harris administration and the Democrat Party in general, I haven't seen a big tech, a left tech company try to take down or censor me in a while. It's been a while. So I was like, well, what's this about? And it's well, you may not have known this, but that's why we're not giving your channel a warning or a channel strike, but we are going to, at YouTube, Google Alphabet, we're going to take down your video of Unabomber videos that talk about his manifesto. That read his manifesto. I read the manifesto from the original Washington Post website, and then I just reflect upon it. Is he right about leftism? Is he right about technological evolution? Is he right about the future? Is he right about the state of mankind? Is he right about this or that? Is he wrong about this? That sort of thing. Just some reading and some analysis. Nothing really. And then it said, your video was taken down because of our community guidelines criminal organization protocol or something. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, well, I'm going to win this appeal because there is no Ted Kaczynski gang. There is no Kaczynski gang. There, I mean, as far as I know, there's not a neo-Luddite gang in America that I know of. You know, environmental terror groups haven't been around since like the 90s, and the FBI, the Earth Liberation Front, the ELF. So I haven't heard about any Henry David Thoreau or Ralph Waldo Emerson terror groups in a while, naturalist terror groups. So, or criminal organizations or violent criminal organizations based around the Unabomber that I know of. You know. So anyways, I won the appeal. I'm kind of on the fence whether I'm going to read the whole thing. You know, I still might, you know, but I have to redo part 1 and then I'd have to finish up part 3, you know. So I'd probably just reread part 1 and then I'd finish up at part 3. And then I'd have to do like what you do in college, right? You would read a book or an essay, and then you'd do a analysis or critique or something at the end. That would be the final part of it if you're doing like a college or university type thing. If you're trying to do a professional type thing, you do a final word or a final analysis type thingamajiggy. So 5 dead bodies have been found in the Houston bayous over the last month or so. 3 dead people were found in blood. They were shot to death. I think it was last night. Yeah. So the Bill Whitmire, the Houston mayor, he comes out and goes, "Houstonians, I'm tired of these internet scuttlebutt, and there is no, I repeat, no serial killer in Houston, Texas." Even though they keep finding bodies in the bayou and, you know, the bloody bodies last night. And so, yeah, Houston's a trickier one for serial killers, right? Because it's tricky in Houston, Texas, because we never know how many bad actors are out there. They could be after sex. They could be after money. They could be after gay sex. They could be after, who knows, human trafficking, human extortion. They could be, the criminal actors in Houston, Texas, they could be drugs. It could be anything. And there's so many places to like hide a dead body in the ocean and the rivers and the lakes and the bayou, the Gulf. And it's like, there's the killing fields. It's like, it's a bayou. There's swamps and ditches everywhere. How can you even connect all the crimes and murders that would happen in Houston, Texas metro area to a serial killer? Anyways, I mean, that would take, you know, the Houston, the HPD and the FBI, and, you know, they have an FBI Houston and everything like that. But I'm saying that's quite a lot of work. Finding out who killed who and where and why and where they put all the bodies and in what river and what bayou and what, having to keep up with all that shit, you know. So it's not a fun gig, I bet. Trying to pinpoint on the map where you found all the bodies and who did it and all this stuff. Maybe it is fun. Maybe it is a fun gig, but putting the puzzle pieces together and shit. Yeah, I mean that's fun if you're watching like a TV show, CSI or something, or Hannibal Lecter or something. But it's probably not that fun in real life. You know, it's fun if you're reading the Thomas Harris novel or whatever. But reading the Sherlock Holmes novels, it's fun shit. Not in real life though. So Bill Whitmire is like, I'm tired of all these rumors about serial killers. There is not a serial killer in Houston, Texas. we just happened to find 5 bodies, and then there were 3 murders in cold blood last night. But they're not connected. Don't worry about it. Everybody have a nice night. There's no serial killer in Houston tonight. Everybody sleep tight. Don't let the bugs bite tonight. Bayou City is alright tonight. I haven't really been keeping up with how many people are in the ditch in Houston, in the bayous. How many bodies they're finding. Haven't been paying attention. Now I'm kind of like getting interested here. You know, if they found 5 bodies and... No. The newscast the other night was when the 3 people were killed and shot to death. They kept saying, and their bodies were found in blood. And their bodies were found in blood. And then the next person would say, and their bodies were covered with blood. And I started to get kind of interested. You know, at that point I was like, and their bodies were covered with blood. And then they said it again on KPRC Channel 2 News. They found their bloody bodies. And then the blood covered their bodies. And they kept saying blood and blood and blood. And I was like, bloody corpses. I thought, how exciting. Now you're telling me an interesting story. This shooting of the 3 people with the bodies covered in blood may not be related to the 5 bodies that they found in the bayous, in the swamp, in the bog of Houston, Texas, in the heat and the humidity, in the bog of swamps, Space Rock City. Bayou City. Now that's my kind of city. Is it not my kind of swampy, humidity, miserable city? Bayou. Born on the bayou. Born on the bayou. Looking for the hoodoo there. That's what I'm talking about. The real shit. I feel that. Has Houston ever had a serial killer? It's had some pretty infamous killers. Probably the killing fields in I-45 South, where truckers and killers would pick up, run away, or they would dump. Probably truck drivers. When dirty men could get away, when evil men could get away from the arm of the law. When there was no cell phones or surveillance state everywhere, where there wasn't facial recognition and DNA, you know, probably guys did a lot of evil things back then. Guys who were, you know, sickos and predators. Yeah, they probably found runaway probably what the predators do, they wait for like a runaway girl from a bad home or something, or a prostitute, or some woman with major drug issues, and then they probably drugged them, raped them, and then threw them in the killing fields, I-45 South, in the swamp, in the bog. All those bodies are buried at, or where all those bodies are at. They're called the killing fields. Yeah. And how many women had been being dumped there for years and years and years? I don't know when it started. I guess when Texas started. I guess maybe even before that. I don't know. Maybe when it was still Mexico or something. Maybe when it was still Indian lands. I don't know when people started dumping bodies in the swamp. Follow the lights, Frodo. Does it scare me? Frogs and snakes and turtles and tadpoles and bayou creatures and swamp creatures. The only swamp creatures that scare me are Mark Zuckerberg, Mark of the Beast Zuckerberg, Zuckerberg. The real swamp creatures that scare me are in the World Health Organization in Washington, D.C., or in Silicon Valley, or in pharmaceutical industry. Those are the real swamp creatures that scare me. But in terms of natural creatures, not really that afraid of it. Spiders and bugs and snakes and slugs and shit like that. No. Human beings are far more dangerous creatures. Animals, bugs, they bite and poison and kill out of defense of their habitat. Human beings do it for power, for control, for fun. So that's the difference. Ready for that Jimmy Kimmel? Jimbo Dumbbell. So consumed by hatred of Donald Trump. Such a sufferer of Trump derangement syndrome. He'd risk getting fired and pulled, and his show going down in flames, rather than apologize. That smug, arrogant, liberal, global world order, sellout, Biden, Democrat Party, shill, pathetic asshole. So sad. I expect his firing to come soon. It may not be tonight. Like Rick Grimes tells Negan on The Walking Dead, he says, I'm going to get you. May not be today. It may not be tomorrow, but you're going down. Yeah, I think the inevitability of Jimmy Kimmel's firing from ABC, Walt Disney Corporation, I think it's just a matter of time. Does this guy seem like a guy who gives apologies, that repents of his ways? Does this Jimmy Kimmel guy seem like a guy that learns from his mistakes? I've never seen any indication of that. All I've seen from Jimmy Kimmel is Trump derangement and supreme lying and douchebaggery to make even the biggest assholes and douchebags that ever lived blush. Oh, do you want to learn about the serial killers? It's coming on next. Serial killers. Well, I'll probably do a copyright claim on that, yeah. Serial killers. Serial killer. Serious. No, it's serial thriller. Serious killer. That's the late, great Keith Flint from The Prodigy, yeah. I'm the fire starter. Twisted fire starter. I'm the bitch you hated, filth infatuated, yeah. I'm the pain you tasted while intoxicated. Titties. 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 Yeah, let's just do that. We got enough time to do it. I think without the sound, you can show the picture, I think. Let's see what's going on. Put on closed caption. My bad, yo. It looks like yeah. Hell yeah. What? Buenos dias, no? That's what's up. Oh. Oh shit. Uh-oh. More serial killings? Really? Whoa, look at all these killings going on in Houston. 2 women found dead inside apartment. What the? Breaking news? Uh-oh. Do we have a serial killer in here? Oh, fuck. Someone's going around killing people in apartments. Oh, easy pickings, huh? Going after elderly people? Oh. I'd like them to see my unit. Oh, yeah. Oh. Constables? Huh. Uh-oh. Corley Pill. Buddy Gein. I'm Captain Buddy. Durr. Okay, all right, whatever.
And we can see through the date here that there are detectives using flashlights looking around that unit.
But you're going to see Corley Peel, so no, don't worry about the serial killers. What I need everybody to focus on is this hot babe. Carbon monoxide.
Earlier they did check, but it's unclear if they checked, and it's unclear if there was any indication of that at this time. But they said the homicide detectives
be careful, Corley.
into that as well.
There she is. Oh, she went Royal Navy blue for a queen.
Trying to speak with neighbors, trying to figure out.
Only a queen would dress in such colors.
Of course, we'll keep you
Corley, be careful. You're in the hood.
KPRC.
All right. Corley, be safe.
We sent out a push alert at
Uh,
03 to 9 to
when-
let you know about this break.
How come I can't get dead alerts?
If you did not get it, you can still sign up by downloading the KPRC
Okay.
News app. It's
I want to get dead people alerts. Come on. Oh, for real? Okay. Jamarius didn't act right or something? Was it Jamarius? Was it Jadarius? You need to get yourself a jobby job. And he was like, fuck you, bitch, I get a jobby job. No, and then she's like, fuck you. Now you're dead, boy. Loud. Like Snoop Dogg, the Snoop Dogg. You need to get yourself a jobby job. That's a good one. Snoop Doggy. What do we got? We got more bodies here? Oh, okay. Oh, a good drive-by. That's good. Okay, so we got a good drive-by. Drive-by shooting. It was a run-by fruiting. Drive-by. Old school. I don't know you, but I'm going to shoot you out the window. Man. That's bad. Any more exciting news tonight? And that from Houston, Texas? From Houston. I love Houston, Texas, my home. So great. What did Biden Harris do to Houston, man? No, it was just like white people in Houston, Texas that had settled Texas for hundreds of years or whatever, 100 years or so, or 150 years. They were like, Mexicans and black people, I'm out of here. Peace. White flight, yeah. That's what it was. They were like, black people, Mexicans, later. Fucking get out of here, right? Yeah, as fast as they could, man. Of course. Now, I'm not blaming white people. I'm just saying that's just white flight, dude. So they're like, black and Mexicans and brown people? Fuck, let's get out of here. That's just a natural reaction to being Caucasian, guys. It just is. Ooh. Okay. Nice. Hey, Tuna. I was having a few. Hey, that too. Let me see here. Oh, I probably left my charger in that too. Okay. Love you too. I just play music for a while. I just don't want to bother my too. Love you, baby. My butt was kind of itchy. My butt was. My butt. Dun, dun, dun. All right, that's enough of the news. That was great. I love it. It was so much fun. All right. Oh, man. Occasionally, you gotta get an update on the serial thriller, serious killers. I'm the fire starter, twisted fire starter. I'm the one invented. Eat my detonator. And all that. Yeah, you got to get ready for the Prodigy fire starter. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. I'm the one invented twisted animator. I'm the fire starter. Oh, it's not 1996, huh? Oh, yeah, it's almost like 30 years ago. Yeah. The industrial techno days are over, brother. It's over. The good times are over, bro. Yeah. Welcome to the 2020s. Oh, fuck. The 2020s, not this, not the... God, no! Anything but the 2020s. Take me down to the Great Recession. Oh, it's better than the Great Depression. Oh, take me down to the paradise titties where the grass is green. Girls are pretty. Oh, take me down to the paradise titty. Where the girls are pretty, got nice punani. Ooh. We got that 211 here. The 211 beer. Steel Reserve, Molson Coors, 40, high gravity, slow brewed for exceptionally smooth flavor. How's it going? Just wanted to have some fun before the, the big Texas flood out. Could knock out the power too, so. I could be without my internet and video game and teen titties and stuff like that. Or young women with big titties. I could be without that for a few hours though. I could be without titties, electricity, and electric titties. And if I'm without electric titties for 2 hours, yeah. Electric titties. I don't know what that is, dude. I can be without electro titties, internext, the internest, the Google Nest. I can be without Xfinity and Wi-Fi for approximately 3 hours. And at that time, my Nintendo Switch could run out of battery life. So at that point, I couldn't even play Mario or Mario Kart. That might be a problem for me. And then the cable would be out as well. So I decided to utilize these advanced technologies of the 21st century right now, before it was too late. Before whatever happens tomorrow happens to happen in the happenings. In the happenstance or whatever. So tomorrow will happen, probably. And there will be happenings in the happenstance. I got to be prepared for tomorrow. So tonight we got to drink beer in preparation of the Wednesday weather flooding event of 2025. And also bourbon. Jimmy Dumbo, Jimmy Denbell, Demi Kimmel, You're getting ready for a show. What's the show gonna be? Guys, I didn't mean to lie to you. I didn't mean to lie and say that Charlie Kirk's killer was a Trump supporter, a mad ganger, a mad gangbanger. Oh, please forgive me. Give me my job. Let me entertain you by not telling a fucking joke every single night and just ripping on Donald Trump every fucking night. Please let me explore my hatred for Donald Trump, which you don't know about that after the last 10 years of me doing it. Will you at least give me another 5 or the rest of his term to rip into Donald Trump? Because I know you've never seen material like this in your life. Donald Trump's Hitler. Donald Trump sucks. I know you know that you've never seen a man lie about Donald Trump for the last 10 years on late night TV. I'm here to bring you something new, something fresh, something original. Don't y'all want another 3 years of me complaining about President Donald John Trump? I know you do. I know you can't wait to tune in to see another 3 years of this same old shit. Congratulations, assholes. I can't fucking wait. Aren't you ready, kids, for the same old shit that's happened for the last decade? Woo! I know everybody's ready to run to Walt Disney ABC and check out Jimmy Kimmel Live. Woo! What a fucking original show. Wow, it's so funny. It's so funny having Trump derangement syndrome for 10 motherfucking years. Would you like another 3? Wow, the ratings are going to skyrocket here. This year, we're not going to lose $50 million a year. I think we're going to bring it down to $47 million a year. Is that pretty good, ABC, Walt Disney? Is that good for your pocketbook? Is that good for your revenue stream? Woo! I'm sure Walt Disney would be proud. He'd be rolling in his motherfucking grave, giving you the middle finger while taking a shit on your soul. But yeah, Jimmy Kimmel, the same old shit. And not getting better either. Not getting more original. Not getting less Trump deranged. Not telling one single fucking joke that's funny. Not being entertaining at all. And just being a late night political commentary show that's anti-Trump and pro-Democrat. That's it. There's nothing to it. It's just the same old liberal global world order. Barack Hussein Obama, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, fucking elitist, bicoastal elite. Fuck off, jack off, George Soros, fucking bullshit. Night after night, day after day on NBC, ABC Disney, CBS, MSNBC, and CNN. The same old fucking shit on shit cycle repeat. And it's not changing. But we could do something to change it, couldn't we? We could not buy Disney. We could boycott Disney products. Not go to Disneyland. Not go to Disney World. Not buy Disney. We could cancel our Disney Plus subscriptions if we have it. I don't have one, but in case you do, you could non-violently boycott. Boycott is a perfectly legal and acceptable form of resistance. It gets the message across without there having to be violence or any unpleasant encounters. Boycott just means you don't agree with the company or the companies and their affiliates, and you will simply not give them a platform, and you will simply not support them, you or your family or your friends, and they will go down in fucking flames until they change or they go out of business. Period. So there was never any guarantee in the U.S. Constitution that ABC Disney would survive. There was no guarantee in the U.S. Constitution that Saturday Night Live from NBC would survive. There was no guarantee in the U.S. Constitution by the founding fathers that any corporation or any entertainment show or any restaurant chain would survive. Any corporation, any business would survive infinitely. People might have thought that Microsoft might have lasted forever, because they were the kings of the world at one time. But then a new king comes along, or a better technology company. Even the great Microsoft could fall one day. There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee in the Constitution that business competition is going to cease or abate. There's no guarantee that there's always going to be something in the business world. There's a guarantee in the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights that people have the freedom of speech. There's a guarantee in the Constitution and the Bill of Rights that there's freedom of religion, that there's the right to assemble. But there's not a guaranteed right to Jimmy Kimmel staying on the fucking air for lying to the American public. There's no guarantee for him or his company that they're going to survive this. And there shouldn't be. There's a guarantee in the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights that people have a freedom of religion and they can worship whatever God or not God they want to. There's no guarantee that ABC, Disney, or Jimmy Kimmel survives this lying to the American public. There's nothing in the Constitution. There's no constitutional right that ensures their survival. There just isn't. There's the Bill of Rights, the U.S. Constitution that enshrines their right to speak, but they don't have a right to fucking lie, day in and day out. The media got so arrogant in the Democrat Party that they thought that they could lie to the American people and lie to the American public constantly, and they would face no consequences, no blowback, no punishment for their actions. And time again, they're finding out the hard way that that's not true. Not just Jimmy Kimmel, but Stephen Colbert, ABC, CBS, NBC, MSNBC, and CNN. They've sold their souls to Satan. For what? For nothing. And when they're all gone, I'm not going to miss them. I never thought they were that talented anyway. They were just doing whatever the political party told them to do. They never once thought for their fucking selves. And if they're just Bill Maher, then they just pretended like they think for themselves. But unlike Bill Maher, at least I can respect Bill Maher my whole life because he's dared to exercise his freedom of thought and speech in a manner that I respect, even though I don't always agree. I respect that he keeps reaching for that ideal. I may not always agree with what he's saying or what he's thinking, but I respect him as a media pioneer, and he'll be remembered. Because I don't think he fucking really sold out. But these other guys, Seth Meyer, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, Stephen Colbert, these guys sold the Western civilization the fuck out, just to be kings, just to be in the liberal global world order, just to be on the side of George Soros and the Democrat Party and Barack Hussein Obama, Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton. There's no respect that American people have for that. And there shouldn't be. And there fucking shouldn't be. There should be no trophy for selling out America. There should be no throne for that. There should be no accolades for selling out fucking American people in these elitist circles and these elitist Hollywood and fucking corporate assholes. There's no fucking award they should ever get for that. It's not honorable and it's not admirable and it's not even fucking talented. It's not even superior, really, in intellect or creativity or form or structure or anything. It's just garbage. As Joe Biden called us. Yeah, you often wonder about that, right? Yeah, probably the 77 million plus that voted for Donald Trump. Did Biden, because he was kicked out because he was cantankerous and too old and senile and had bad Alzheimer's, did he take a shit on Kamala Harris's campaign? Did he go on camera on purpose and go, you know what? Those MAGA supporters are fucking garbage. Did he just do that just to watch Kamala fail? He knew that would piss conservatives and Donald Trump supporters off. So he fucking went out there and went, you know! Or was he such an asinine, smug, arrogant corrupt asswipe that had been part of corrupt politics in America from Delaware for 50 fucking years that he just didn't even know that he was sabotaging Kamala Harris's campaign? I'd really like to know, did he sabotage that bitch on purpose? I mean, that bitch, like her campaign. I'm not talking about the female word bitch. Did he sabotage that shit on purpose by calling half of America garbage? Or did he plan it? Yeah. Well, maybe, I mean, if he had bad Alzheimer's, was he even capable of executive planning and thought in his neocortex? Well, I don't know. Was he even capable of executive function in his brain? At that point, he's probably already fucking gone. Joe Biden was awful for the United States of America, but in hindsight, he was a comedy. He was awful. He destroyed America, or tried to, with Barack Hussein Obama. But in hindsight, isn't it kind of, I know it's sad as well, but it's kind of funny too, him like, yonka nippy weppy snappy, like doing like, come on, Bubba, and shit. Like, there's something kind of funny about that. Like, make my day, Donald Trump. Come on, bub. Doing 1950s masculine taunts. Hey, Bubba, you're about to find out, Jack. Doing that Wolverine shit from the X-Men. Yeah, doing those funny classic lines. Nobody told Joe Biden the way to beat Donald Trump was not stealing lines from Clint Eastwood. Make my day. Do you feel lucky today, Trump? Do you, Trump? No one told him that, like, stealing lines from... Joe Biden was always a plagiarist. He always plagiarized movies and other politicians' speeches. Yeah, Joe Biden had to drop out of the presidential race in 1988 because he ripped off a British politician's speech almost word for word. Yeah, and they caught him on plagiarism. Yeah, for some reason, no one questioned that Joe Biden was a liar and a fucking plagiarist, and they stole other people's shit. No one questioned when he was running for VP, Barack Hussein Obama, because Barack Hussein Obama was black or half Kenyan, not all the way black. He wasn't a brother, African-American brother. He was an African brother. He was his mom was white and his dad was from Kenya. But nobody questioned Joseph R. Biden. It's pretty wild. Or they just said, oh, well, it's a half black man, half white guy. And, oh, he has a white guy with him, so that's cool. That's going to help get the white vote, right? We found the white guy. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's a corrupt ass, a plagiarizing asshole with a crackhead son. Oh, forget about all that. He's a white guy. We got our token whitey. Haha, there we go. Boom. That'll get the votes. So we got the white liberals who think that this is the most monumentous thing, voting for an African or a interracial, the first interracial president, right? So all the people were deceived, like by the Antichrist, by Barack Hussein Obama and Joseph R. Biden. Yeah, it's funny that all the lies and all the corruption and bribery and kickbacks and plagiarism and failed presidential attempts weren't brought up before the 2020 election, at least not by the major media networks and by social media. It's funny how all that shit was suppressed. I wonder why. All those facts about the Biden crime family were suppressed. Yeah. Things that make you go, Yeah, that was the funny one back in the day. I think the AC failed again because it's getting toasty in here. Better get my cold beer. Ice cold beer, ice cold tea. It's not much Jimmy Kimmel time? Are we going to give ABC Walt Disney ratings? No, this is why they call it a boycott. Because we don't give any fucking ratings to ABC, Disney, Walt Disney Company. Yeah. Do I want to see him cry? Oh, I didn't mean to hurt the Kirk family. Please forgive me. Please give my job back. Oh. I hope that motherfucker gets fired. Fuck Jimmy Kimmel. The fucking sellout cocksucker. Fucking piece of shit. What a sellout, douchebag, dick face, corrupt ass, motherfucking bitch. That guy's a piece of shit. I'm not giving Disney, Walt Disney, ABC, one motherfucking dime ever again. Not even for... Is there anything they have that I want to see? Well, I grew up with Mickey Mouse. Yeah, so Minnie Mouse. Donald Duck. I like that dude. The Donald Duck is like... No, I can't even do that. A lot of people can do the Donald Duck really good. I can't do that one. Yeah. I've never been good at my Donald Duck impression. My bad. Goofy's like, hey, no, hey, Mickey Mouse. Isn't that the Goofy voice and shit? And Mickey Mouse is like, hey, or some shit. Mickey Mouse is like, oh, hey, I'm Mickey Mouse. Woo. And then Goofy's like, hey, like all that shit. But Daffy Duck, you gotta go like you gotta do some shit with your tongue. You gotta make it like roll up. A lot of kids I grew up with are really good at that Daffy Duck impression. I'm not that good with it. It's the circle of jerk that jerks your penis. It's the circle of life between each other. That was the good old days, right? When it was like Elton John and Disney, or maybe it's Phil Collins, Tarzan, like 2001. It was like, you'll be in my heart, you'll be in my heart, you'll be in my heart. That was the days, dude. Well, they don't do good shit like that anymore. What the fuck happened to Walt Disney Corporation? They used to do great shit like, I just can't wait to be king. What about Aladdin? They used to do those great musicals and cartoons. They had, Aladdin. It was like, one jump ahead of the bread line, one jump ahead of the sword. I only steal what I cannot afford. They don't do good shit like that anymore, dude. What happened? A whole new world, Another place. Da 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 da. A whole new world. When he's with Princess Jasmine and Aladdin. Man, what happened to that? What happened to that Disney? Fuck. That was the great fucking Disney, huh? What happened to the fucking great Disney? The one that did the Rudyard Kipling's Jungle Book, and what happened to that? What happened to fucking Walt fucking Disney? Wokeness, George Soros, Barack Obama. Like, what happened to Disney? Just went to shit. Put a chick in it, make it gay. It's like South Park. Put a chick in it, make it gay. Like, what the fuck happened to it? Just like so, it's like Walt Disney. It just sold to fucking Satan or something. Walt Disney sold to fucking Lucifer. Jesus Christ. What the fuck happened to Walt Disney? It used to be awesome back in the days. What the fuck happened to Walt motherfucking Disney? The all-American Disneyland, Disney World, Disney cartoons, Disney animated, Disney Studios. What the fuck happened to Walt motherfucking Disney? You know? My good gracious God. Rest in peace, Walt Disney. Even though I know you're rolling in your grave faster than Sonic the Hedgehog, but fuck. Walt Disney's like begging Jesus Christ right now, like, when we purge the world of evil, can I come back with you, Jesus, in the white army? And then Jesus is like, yes, get your horse ready. It is almost time for Armageddon. You can destroy Disney and the filth like God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Some corporation that became so powerful that it became corrupt, monstrous, even evil. A corporation that was once beloved and trusted by the majority of the American public with no suspicions, and they would just throw their dollars at it without question. They would just go to the shops and go, take my money, fucking take it all. Went from that to, I ain't fucking buying one fucking thing from that fucking evil, corrupt ass, cantankerous fucking shit. Sad. It's not sad for necessarily the American public. There could always be alternatives to Disney or ABC. There could always be that we could create corporations and entertainment corporations that are different from ABC and Disney. But it's just sad that they're going down in flames against the wishes of the American people. It's really sad. Yeah. Maybe it's sad for the American people too, but I think it's more sad for them that they've elected this course and they seem to have no other recourse except oblivion and termination. Is it time to drain the wizard? I think it's time to drain the wizard. Otherwise known as take a piss. All right. BRB. Be right back. and their bodies were covered with blood. Don't threaten me with a good time, all right? First, we're gonna rap and dance to a little Coolio. But I need to get my MAGA hat on for it. This is for Jimmy Kimmel, one of the greatest talk show hosts of all time. My rendition called "My Gangsta's Paradise." Y'all ready for it? Ooh. Y'all ready for it? Oh yeah. Walk through the valley of the shadow of Disney. Take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been basking in that for so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me when spending most of their lives living in my gangster's paradise. Been spending most of their lives living in my gangster's paradise. Spending most our lives living in my gangster's paradise. Been spending most our lives living in my gangster's paradise. Look at the situation that got me facing. Can't live a normal life. I was raised by the street, so I gotta be down with the hood team. Too much television watching got me chasing dreams. I'm an educated fool with money on my mind. Got my tin in my hand and a gleam in my eye. I'm a loped out gangster, see tripping banger. And my homies down, so you rouse my anger, fool. That ain't nothing but a heartbeat away. I'm living life, do or die, and what I say. I'm 23 now, but will I live to see 24? The way things go, I don't know. Tell me why are we so blind to see? Not the ones we hurt are you and me. Been spending most of our lives living in my gangster's paradise. Been spending most of our lives living in my gangster's paradise. MAGA gang. This for you, Jimmy Kimmel. MAGA gang. My gangster's paradise. Plus the flow dance right here. My gangster's paradise. Ooh. This for Jimmy Kimmel, dog. Went freestyle on it, yeah. My gangster's paradise for the MAGA gang out there. Woo! 77 million plus people. It's probably more like people realize, oh shit, this party sucks. The Democrat Party. They're probably like, oh man, these guys are sellout bitches. They sold America out. Clinton, Obama, Biden, Kamala Harris, all these fucking corrupt pieces of shit. George Soros, Bill Gates. They sold America out. They sold everybody out. They sold the fucking world out. Yeah. Problems. I didn't make the full video of my gangster's paradise. Not because I was getting lazy. I thought it was funny to just do it on the fly. So I thought it'd be funny to do it ad lib. Yeah, like off the cusp or whatever they call it. My gangster, the Mad Gang. What was it? Jimmy Kimmel's monologue that got him pulled from the air? It was like, oh, the Mad Gang suggested that the Charlie Kirk shooter was not one of them when clearly he was. Fucking liar. Fucking bitch ass fucking liar. That's a lying son of a bitch. I'm not watching this fucking show to watch him grovel to the fucking world, to keep him on the air, Walt fucking Disney or Sinclair or Next Star or whatever. I don't give a fuck. That guy goes down in flames. He wasted 10 years of his life going against half our countrymen and women. And for that, he's gonna fucking pay. He's gonna pay dearly with losing his show. No one's gonna care about him. He's just gonna be another Trump deranged, lunatic, asshole, arrogant, elitist asshole. That's all he's gonna be in the end. Nothing. Yeah, I'd like to see that bitch Vladimir Putin lose a few more fucking planes. I'd like him to cross into Poland. They just shoot that fucking shit down. Blow that shit apart. I'd love to see that shit. I'd love to see him try to attack the Netherlands or Latvia and they just blow that shit out of the fucking sky. Blow his shit up. Kill the pilots and everything. Capture the pilots, have them prisoners of war. I'd love to see that shit. I would. I can't wait. I can't wait till it starts happening. Because it's going to happen. How long can Vlad Mad, the killer and the thug, bully the world until we rise up and bully his ass? Well, that day's coming pretty fast. The CIA or his own people may not assassinate him, but he's going to have a long, slow fall from power. He's 70 now. Yeah, he can rule for another decade, maybe, if he has the right health care. And there's no cancer, there's no problems. But the stress is going to kill him. The stress of the West constantly building up arms around him. It's going to kill him, and his paranoia from his own people wanting to kill him. It's going to slowly eat away at his ass. In his golden palace, in his golden toilets. When they cut off his oil supply, when they cut off his revenue streams, when the West sanctions him even harder and harder, he's going to feel the fucking pressure. And eventually that motherfucker's going to break, like every motherfucker does, because every motherfucker's going to die. Thank God. I'm glad they can't live forever. Man, wouldn't that be a shit world if these guys were immortal? Then we'd have to kill him. And we can't rely on nature to do that. So I want to be alive when Vladimir Putin dies. so I can celebrate the death of Vlad Mad Butcher Putin. And we can all celebrate in Europe and the West. My brethren. All my brothers and sisters in Europe. All my brothers and sisters in Canada and in the Americas. All my brothers and sisters in Central and South America and this hemisphere. All of us can celebrate, all United States and all Western allies in Australia, Oceania, South Korea, Japan. The Philippines, etc., etc. We can all celebrate the demise of Vladimir Putin together. All of us as one. Those of the Western Hemisphere and those of the Western Alliance will toast their deaths and dine on their blood as it unfolds. Russia will be